Why him? It's not fair. He had his whole life ahead of him. Why now?
Michael, you and I have been good friends for a long time, but I think it would be a mistake to be more than just friends.
Is this about your religious beliefs again? Look, Natalie, I know your church is important to you, and I really respect that. I do. But I thought we liked each other.
I don't get it, Sarah. If your church believes so strongly in choice, then why are you against a woman choosing to have an abortion?
The plan of salvation, with its 3 divisions, is rather like a grand 3-act play. Act 1 is our premortal life. Act 2 is mortal life. And Act 3 is life after death. In mortality, you are like one who enters the theater just as Act 2 begins. Act 1 has already taken place.
Hear the offer. 'Tis well you offer it behind her back. The wish would make else an unquiet house.
I have a wife who I protest I love. I would that
Who's
she
that?
were in
What's so
heaven,
funny?
so that she could entreat
She's
some
his wife.
power.
These be the Christian husbands.
Don't you get it?
Two sentences.
Who's that big guy?
Look, this is a complicated play. There are a lot of plots and subplots. And since you missed the first act, it's going to be really hard for you to see how everything fits together.
But-
Why don't you just watch the show
But what?
and let me do the same?
The experience is further complicated by the fact that you are not really just a spectator. You are a member of the cast, on stage in the middle of it all.
The loathing I bear, Antonio, that I follow thus a losing suit against him. Are you answered? Are you answered?
This is no answer.
This is no answer.
I am not bound to please thee with my answers.
Why dost thou whet thy knife so earnestly?
To cut the forfeiture from that banker out there.
Not on thy soul, but from thy soul, harsh man.
What's with him?
Him? What's with you? That's the villain.
Stand here for law.
Now who's that?
He's the hero.
Hey, you two. What is going on?
This guy doesn't remember anything from Act 1. He doesn't know who the villains are, or who the heroes are, nothing.
You had better get a hold of the script. Hey, shouldn't we do something?
No, this has to happen.
Some things that happen in mortality, Act 2, will seem unfair or won't make sense. But if we understand Act 3, life after death, we will know that even these things can help bring God's purposes to pass. Remember that the line, "and they all lived happily ever after," doesn't come in Act 2. That line belongs in the 3rd act, when the mysteries are solved and everything is put right.
The moon shines bright. On such a night as this, the sweet wind did gently.
You don't seem to know your part very well. Better take this copy of the script and study it so you won't make any more mistakes.
Sealing her soul with many vows of faith, and ne'er to one.
There exists something of a script for this great play, The Drama of the Ages. It outlines, in brief form at least, what happened in Act 1, the premortal life. While there's not much detail, it makes clear the purpose of it all, and it reveals enough of the plot to help you figure out what life is all about. The script, you should already know, is the scriptures. the Revelations. Read them, study them. The Scriptures speak the truth. From them you can learn enough about all three acts to get your bearings and get direction in life. They reveal that ye were also in the beginning with the Father. That is Spirit, even the Spirit of truth. And the truth is a knowledge of things as they are, as they were, and as they are to come. Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3.
Is this about your religious beliefs again? Look, Natalie, I know your church is important to you. I really respect that. I do. But I thought we liked each other.
Remember how I said Heavenly Father has a plan for us? Well, I believe that real happiness comes only through following that plan. So for me, a serious relationship means preparing to go to the temple with someone who wants to make the same eternal covenants that I do. I won't begin a relationship that can't lead to the temple.
I don't get it, Sarah. If your church believes so strongly in choice, then why are you against a woman choosing to have an abortion?
It's going to take a minute to explain. Let's talk after class.
Class dismissed. Oh, and remember your reports are due tomorrow?
Okay, let me try to answer your question. We have to step back and look at a bigger picture than just what happens here in this life. When you do, you can see that there's more going on with abortion than just ending a pregnancy.
What does that mean?
I guess my feelings on this are based on my understanding of the purpose of life. Well, what I mean is, life doesn't begin with birth or end with death. We lived before we came to Earth, and we continue to live after we die.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah, I do. Heavenly Father has a plan for our lives. Part of that plan is to come to Earth and get a body. And as part of that plan, Heavenly Father shares with us the power to create other bodies. But He commands us to use it only in marriage. So if we use that power and choose to invite life, and then turn around and destroy it, that goes against God's purpose in even giving it to us in the first place. We're taking into our own hands powers reserved for Him. God gives us freedom of choice, but with it comes responsibility for our choices. So if we choose to use that power, we have to deal with the consequences of that choice. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Thanks.
Why him? It's not fair. He had his whole life ahead of him. Why now?